Quick 2-month update on these carpet seeds. You can see there's quite a variation of stuff that's cropped up here. The polysperma here that was dominating everything last time I did a video has been overshadowed by this taller, skinnier plant here. It appears to be Hygrophila araguaia. There are a couple different variations of it here. There is the redder tinted stuff that you can find on plant sites now. They call it Hygrophila tiger. The greener stuff has less of a crinkle in the leaves. There's no patterning. You can see the red stuff starts by getting some darker dots and then begins to redden, but it doesn't seem to depend on size or light level or anything else. There's another slightly broader grass-like plant back in here, but it's not really big enough to identify yet. There are some interesting interactions in the plants here. The polysperma roots don't seem to run as deep as the araguaia do, so as the fish go swimming through this looking for food bits or scuds when I put them in, they tend to knock the polysperma loose while the araguaia remains intact without any issues. But it looks like it's going to be a very wild-looking mass of stuff as it grows up, which I quite like because it is a large tank, and having something back there that looks like it occurred naturally is wonderful for me. I am going to start pruning out these bits here that are growing in the wrong place. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. There's a large variance in the growth rate on these, and there's not a good explanation for why. The stuff in the back corner here has exactly the same light, exactly the same nutrients, but it's barely growing at all. So there may be a couple of different species that all have the same kind of look to them. The leaf patterning on these seems to be different, so there's not a whole lot of alternation in the red ones, whereas the green ones tend to have a more symmetrical leaf pattern on them. It's something that is, like I said before, much bigger than a ground carpet seed. It's definitely not the glosso that they claim that it is, but it is an interesting little plant. Each of these leaves here, based on the platies that go swimming by them, I'm going to guess is probably about 6 inches long at this point, but it's hard to tell for sure without pulling it out. I got some questions about whether this would be of any use in a smaller tank, like a 2-gallon. I think some of these would be pretty cool as long as you grew them independently and you planted them, but it definitely wouldn't be used for a general cover, even just like a background fill. These would be pretty ugly, but you could do, 10 or 12 of them and just keep them trimmed short, and you could get a pretty cool bush-like effect out of it. So I just wanted to give an update. If the broader leaf stuff back here gets big enough that I can identify it, I'll do another one. Otherwise, I'm going to let this stuff grow until it reaches about maximum height, and we'll see what it looks like then, and I'll do another update for you. But for now, I can say this is not a bad use of 98 cents if you're just looking for general fill on a large tank. It's just absolutely not a carpet. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.